Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airwaves of YouTube. Let me move on to some of you annoying asses and just get this out the way. And obviously, I'm talking about Donald Trump. I was a guest on Fox News' Sean Hannity show last night to discuss the upcoming election, the trial, and Trump. Some people weren't happy about what I had to say. Take a listen.
But I got to tell you something. As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what black Americans have gone through. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to with some of our historic, iconic figures. We've seen that happen throughout society. So no matter what race, what ethnicity you may emanate from, we relate to you when you're suffering like that because we know we have. And that's what he articulated.
Needless to say, people were in a tizzy over that. And why were they in a tizzy over that exactly? Because it's being portrayed and misconstrued that I'm saying that Trump's plight relates to black people. Well, it's easy to take things out of context, which is why I love having my own platform, so I can remedy and correct some of the foolhardiness that's put out there. First things first, Sean Hannity asked me the question about Trump gaining traction with the black vote and how whether it's a couple of points or 3 points or 4 points, that it could end up tilting the election in his favor that's upcoming this November. Yes, he's the presumptive GOP nominee. Yes, he's on trial for a hush money case to a porn star. Yes, he recently lost a civil suit for $454 million, where he had to pay about $175 million or something like that up front, okay? Yes, the man has had 4 indictments against him, 91 counts against him. Still running, though. Still a presumptive GOP nominee, though. And by the way, as I pointed out, has gained traction and is ahead of the incumbent, President Joe Biden, in at least 5 polls. Not all of the polls, but at least 5 polls have Trump ahead. Now, before I go a bit further, getting into us as black people, because we know how we can be now, okay? Not all, not some of us, but I'm just talking about some of us from our community. We know how the hell we could be. We're going to have that conversation in just a second. But before I get to that, I love how y'all pick apart me on Hannity. I was on Cuomo on News Nation an hour earlier. I ain't hear nothing about that. I was on MSNBC at least twice over the last month. I ain't hear nothing about that. I was on CNN. Abby Phillips, Laura Coates, several times. I ain't hear nothing about that. Okay? Oh, Stephen A., contributor to Fox. I'm no contributor to Fox News. I show up on all the networks. I was on Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO. I'm sorry, I ain't hear nothing about that. I've repeatedly said, I think Trump will cause civil war in this country. I can't vote for the brother. Y'all just going to ignore that. Why am I bringing all of this stuff up? Because the second black folks find somebody from our community that doesn't march 100% lockstep with one another, they a sellout. They this, they that. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. This is getting ridiculous. Okay? Trump is winning. Y'all just gonna stand still? I'm wrong when I sit up there and I say, yo, Democrats, all you got is the soon to be 82-year-old incumbent? You didn't have anything in the bullpen? I'm wrong for bringing that up. I'm wrong for bringing up why the hell you had Gavin Newsom on Fox News looking like he's running for president instead of Joe Biden being the president or Kamala Harris being the vice president. I'm wrong for bringing that up. I'm wrong for bringing up when I went off about Kamala Harris, our vice president, our HBCU grad from Howard University, a black woman, highly intelligent, former attorney general in the city of San Francisco, former attorney general in the state of California. I was wrong for bringing up how she was wrong to avoid getting into it with then presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, when he wanted to debate her on the good parts of slavery? I was wrong. I was wrong about that. I was wrong to saying that's a fight she should have embraced. When y'all gonna wake up? I'm wrong when I'm pointing out how black folks for the first time are talking about the borders being flooded, how illegal immigration ultimately negatively affects us. I'm wrong. I'm wrong in pointing out how xenophobia, homophobia, transphobia has all of a sudden become bigger issues than racism in this country. I mean, damn. How much proof do you need? When I brought up the economy, they say the economy is good. They say the economy is flourishing. You trying to tell me you black and you disagree with me when I say to us, we don't want to hear about the numbers. Oh, the labor participation rate is good. Oh, unemployment is good. Oh, the economy is okay. If gas prices are damn near double what it used to be, if the price of bread, milk, cheese, and eggs and everything in between is double what it used to be, but we ain't getting raises at work. You trying to tell me I was wrong for bringing that up? You trying to tell me I'm wrong when you're sitting up there and you talking about and subjects like immigrants in New York City getting $53 million prepaid credit cards to subsidize their existence in this country, and I'm pointing out how that was never done for black people? I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's where we really want to go. That's what game we playing. I ain't talking politics. I'm talking life. I don't give a damn that I'm inundated with sports all day, every day. I'm a human being. I'm a black man. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. You don't see this shit happening? I'm supposed to just sit idly by and say nothing? The hell with me talking. Why ain't you talking? Why ain't you screaming to the high heavens? Why aren't you telling liberals on the left, yo, you need to stop with the extreme leftist stuff on the fringes with all of that woke stuff? What sex you are, whether you a male or a female, whether you can be a male but call yourself a female and get to compete against women or girls in various sports. You want those issues to be more prevalent than the stuff going on in our community that directly affects our lives as opposed to less than 1% of the damn population? What you doing? How come you ain't doing it? How come you ain't raising holy hell? How come you not speaking up? And by the way, to get specific, when I brought up Trump and whatever relation he has with black folks, the question that was asked to me was the supporters of Trump. Why are they doing so? I said black folks want to be safe in the streets of America. They don't want to see somebody committing crimes, assault or whatever, and getting arrested and being out of jail in the same day. I said black folks want to make money and they want to keep money in their pocket. They want to be safe. That's what I said. And I also said this. I said, yo, our criminal justice system, our courts, law enforcement, that anytime we see anybody that we deem to be an individual being persecuted, where the law is being exercised against them, the heavy hand of the law, do we find that relatable to some degree? Yes. I'm lying about that? Really? Really? I'm lying about that, huh? Didn't happen to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Didn't happen to Malcolm X. Didn't happen to Al Sharpton, damn it. Didn't happen to a plethora of black folks throughout our history. When all else failed, the heavy hand of law enforcement, of the courts, of laws ultimately rained down upon them. When we talk about recidivism, when we talk about our incarceration rate, don't we sit up there and talk about how we need to get the laws changed because folks are being criminalized for the most innocuous of things? Remember we had those conversations? Didn't we talk about the crime bill in the 90s? when people were being thrown in jail at an exorbitant amount out of our community because of non-violent offenses? Didn't we hear the now president apologize for his role in leading that charge when he was the head of the Senate? Didn't we hear Clinton apologize when his wife was running for the presidency? I'm making this up, though. I'm making this up. You don't see the parallel? You don't see the connection? Why you think Trump went out there and he said, hey, what were his words? I've been told, look, those were his words. I've been told, I've heard that some black folks find themselves somewhat relatable to me because of what I'm going through right now. And where would we get that from? You know good and damn well. Georgia case is another matter. On the phone, I need 11,000 votes, 11,700 votes. That's an egregious situation for the president to find himself in. We ain't talking about that. But we ain't talking about the civil case where he lost a $454 million, had a $454 million judgment against him either. You real estate and you manufacture, you're a real estate mogul and you manufacturing numbers. Okay, wow. We know that's going to happen. And you do the crime, you get caught, you got to pay the penance or you got to do the time. But you're the former president of the United States. And your ass is in court where you have to show up each day. Otherwise, you're going to be thrown in jail. And the crime is that you took $130,000 of money and through your lawyer or some other intermediary, you gave it to a porn star for hush money purposes. So he got loose with a porn star. And he didn't want the world to know while he was running for president that he did that. And so he tried to wiggle his way through that. You trying to tell me that America is sitting up there? I'm talking about independents and folks on the right. Of course, people who hate him on the left are going to take that position. But I'm talking about independents and folks on the right. You trying to tell me they think this is a serious matter that requires our time and attention? John Edwards, did he do time? Gary Hart, did he do time? Bill Clinton, they said he got loose in the Oval Office. I heard libertarians losing their damn mind. It was in the Oval Office. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Remember that? But he in court instead of being on the campaign trail. You don't think people see through that? They do. All I did was point it out. I am not a fan of Trump being the president. I think he will cause civil war in this country because I don't think he's going to cater to all of the American people. I think he's just going to cater to people who voted for him and who are loyal to him. And the rest of us be damned. That's how I view him. But that doesn't mean I get to close my eyes and be completely oblivious and ignorant to the stuff the Democrats are doing to lose the damn election. I said it before and I say it again. Beat him. Beat him. Get a bullpen. Have some other candidates. Find folks with pizzazz that can talk to the American people and resonate. Don't act. I'm not saying you're doing this. I'm saying from an impression, from a perspective matter. Don't act like what you're doing is you want the president to get through the election. And then after that, damn it, God rest his soul, he could end up passing away or something and Kamala Harris can become president that way. No! You want to be president, run for it. Beat them. Show that you can compete. That's what we got to do in anything we do in life. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You want to come at me? Feel free. Ain't nobody running, ain't nobody hiding. Don't have nothing to do with sports, don't have nothing to do with politics. It's got everything to do with me. I'm Stephen A, baby. I'm who the hell I am. I ain't here to make friends nor enemies. But I'm going to give you the truth as I see it. Because I'm living in this world. I'm paying taxes. I'm paying bills. I'm living life. I see some of the things that's going on. And I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with a lot of stuff on the right. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't even want to hear from this woman again. Oh my God, how does she have an elected seat? How is she a legislator? A legislator. How? Make me wonder about some of those folks down there in Georgia. But there's a host of Republicans I would have voted for. I would have voted for John Kasich. I'd have voted for Chris Christie. Without question. I would have voted for Nikki Haley. Yes, I would have. Because I don't like what I'm seeing. But I'm the same dude that voted for Obama and Gore and Kerry and Clinton. Hell, I voted for Dukakis. Come on. At some point, how much can you take? How many years are we supposed to hear Armageddon is arriving? Oh my God, if you vote for this guy, the world is over. We'll never recover. Well, HW was in office. We recovered. W was in office. We recovered. Trump was in office. We recovered. At some point in time, it ain't about how awful the other person is. That shouldn't be your claim to fame. It should be what you bring to the table. I wish I could have played in the NBA. My scrub ass, I just need to find another scrub that's worse than me so I can go out there representing the NBA uniform. That's going to make your eyes more appealing to the product if Stephen A was playing in the NBA instead of LeBron or somebody. Wake the hell up. Show what you made of. Instead of engaging in fear-mongering and demagoguery to get your way. Win, damn it. Last point. Trump is busting y'all ass. That's what he's doing. He better end up in cuffs. He better end up behind bars. He better end up in a zebra suit. The last thing you want is on election night for Trump to still be the GOP nominee, and it comes down between him and Biden, because what it will mean is that you've been talking all of this stuff, Russian collusion and everything else, all these years, and still couldn't touch him. That ain't Stephen A's fault. That's y'all's, because y'all chirped and didn't get it done. I'm not rooting against liberals. I'm not rooting against Democrats. I'm saying you're defeating yourselves, and I'm tired of watching you do it. There's a difference. You're going to quote me on something. Quote me on that. I swear, my boy says it best sometimes. Sometimes I can't hang with y'all. I just can't.